Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. So many of you are getting ready, are already enjoying the 4th of July, coming up Saturday. There's a lot of people leaving. There are a lot of people leaving town, a lot of people in town, a lot of people here for FIFA. And so we're celebrating the 250 years of an experiment. And so here's my question. We are two truths at the same time. There are two truths at the same time about this July 4th. By the way, tonight on ABC, Independence Day is playing. Tonight on ABC, Independence Day is playing, which is appropriate, I think, for the 4th of July. Anyway, we are Americans. That's one truth. We have contributed to America. We have fought in every war. We have built institutions. And when I say we, I'm talking about black people right now. We are businesses, we are churches, we are schools, and we are community. And then here, that's truth one. That's truth one. Let me get that truth again. So you know we are Americans. That's just found out the other day. We were Americans. Okay. And we have fought in every war. We have built institutions, businesses, churches, schools, and communities. But here's the other truth. In 1776, we were property under law. Our ancestors were not included in the promise. We were not included in the promise. We were property. We could not vote, could not freely move from place to place. That's where the paddy rollers came from, i.e. police. Get your lesson. We could not fully claim the liberty being celebrated. And we couldn't do any of that. Not in 1776. So I'm not saying, yes, I'm an American and yes, I can celebrate, but not 1776. Make sure you understand 1776, because can a country that I didn't love me back? See, that's the question. I don't know what's going on in my hair. Can I love a country that didn't love me back? Of course I can. I'm American. So I can still love the country, but the country didn't love me back. As Americans prepare for another 4th of July, I find myself thinking about a speech. Y'all know the speech. My people that watch my show, you are educated and you already know where I'm going with this speech. Anyway, thinking about a speech given by the great abolitionist. I don't know what's going on. Something's stopping me, want to stop me from doing this. I'm going to keep going. The abolitionist and statement. And I need my teeth right here to get all my words out. Abolitionist and statesman Frederick Douglass. On July the 5th in 1852, Douglass stood before an audience and asked a question that we still need to ask today. It echoes today. He said, what to the slave is the 4th of July? What to the slave is the 4th of July? So I'm glad we got Juneteenth, because we got that, right? But 4th of July, what to the slave is the 4th of July? Now, before anybody gets nervous, let me tell you where I stand. I stand on this. I want you to say, ooh, Georgianne, I didn't know you like that. All my white friends are like, ooh, grabbing their pearls. That's right. Don't grab your pearls. Because, I understand. And you, if you're my friend, you also understand. You understand that I am an American. I have voted. Yes, I have paid taxes. Yes, I have. I support the United States of America, because that's why we have blue passports. I have to support everything. But basically, I'm not going to another country and tear us down. I'm going to go to the country, enjoy, and come on back. But I'm definitely not tearing us down. I can talk about America, but you can't. That's how it is. But support does not require amnesia. I don't have amnesia now. We don't have amnesia. So we could read too. We learn to read. Oh, you should watch the movie with Oprah Winfrey and the movie is called Unchained, with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey. Unchained Melodies. It's on YouTube. Unchained, like chain, but Unchained Melodies. And watch that whole movie and learn something about what I'm talking about right here. All my white friends out there, go to Unchained. And I got some black folks that don't know their own history. All you on the other side don't know your history. Go look up Unchained Melodies. And it's a movie about slave narratives. And you hear different slave narratives tell their story. All right. The different enslaved people tell their story in a narrative form. Forgive me. Okay, so let's see, where was I? I got all this. Okay, I've served my community. I support. Okay, and patriotism does not require pretending, because there's something we should acknowledge every 4th of July. When the Declaration of Independence was signed My ancestors were not included. We were not included in the Declaration of Independence. We were not included in the Declaration of Independence. We were not included. I don't know if white people even know that. See, somebody, they just, we. But do you know your friends, or that one you married to even, was not included in the Declaration of Independence in 1776? The word said all men created equal, yet many black people were enslaved. The word said liberty, yet millions lived in bondage. The word said freedom, yet freedom had an asterisk beside it. And what contradiction is what, and that contradiction is what Frederick Douglass challenged. He challenged that contradiction. You talk about freedom, freedom, baby. Who's singing that song? Wasn't nobody singing that song? Talking about liberty? No. All men are created equal. I love when we all saying all men are created equal. You go back and see, look at those Jim Crow laws. Look at the enslavement. Look at what's going on now. All men created equal. We had to hear that we were Americans. Listen up, people. Listen. Listen and learn. Anyway, you see, mature people can hold two truths at the same time. That's why we're remarkable people, because we live under two truths at the same time. I can celebrate progress and still remember pain. I can celebrate progress, and I remember the man, do I have it where you can see it today? He stood in front of me and put a cigarette out on my arm because I was black. I remember, I can say something about the pain. I can say something about the pain. Okay? I can remember the promise while acknowledging the pain. Anyway, I can wave the flag and still tell the truth. I can appreciate the promise while acknowledging who was excluded from it. It's not hatred, it's hard honesty. See, when I started talking about my situation, oh, you just radical. Y'all got a chip on your shoulder. Y'all just don't understand. So soon as I start talking about my America, then I become an enemy to your America. Instead of you saying, you know what, that's true. Just say it's true. Just acknowledge the fact that you know damn well in 1776 wasn't nobody black free. If you just acknowledge that, you need to say, we're celebrating. So we're going to celebrate that we all made it some kind of way. But you know what? Black people were enslaved in 1776. Just say it. You see, but you don't really want, you're like, I got to check it. Well, baby AI tell you everything now. If chat doesn't tell you, go back and get an encyclopedia. That might help you. Or go and look it up in a book. That might help you. Or go to Google. That might help you. But it's very much documented. And so it's not hatred, it's honesty. And as I've gotten older, I've learned that every family has stories they would rather not tell. We know families have stories they'd rather not tell. But we got to tell this. Every church has moment it wishes it could erase. Oh, we know some churches wish they could erase something. Every organization has chapters it hope nobody reads. We got some. All the Divine Nine got somebody did something back somewhere that they didn't need to do. And nations are no different. Real maturity comes when we stop hiding from the story and stop learning from it. That's what I'm sick of. I'm sick of people hiding the story. Tell the freaking story. Just tell it. Tell it so our youngins will know also. Tell it and still enjoy the barbecue. But just tell it. Acknowledge it. But you don't want to acknowledge it. And that's what I have a problem. You don't want to acknowledge it. You want to act like it didn't happen. You want to act like we were in 1776. You want me to lead the parade on July 4th, knowing freaking well that I was not a part of 1776. But I don't mind I'm a part now. So we got two Americas going on. Two Americas, two thoughts. We're mature enough to be able to handle it. We are. You may not, but we are, because we've had to handle it. We've had to live with it. I never forget the one when I was, I worked at Delta Airlines, spoke 5 languages at the time. I can't pull one hardly now, English barely. And the woman said, you are so articulate. I always remember white people telling me I was articulate. Like I needed you to tell. What the hell did that mean? You're so articulate. How many black people heard white people tell you that? Like, what the hell? What else would I be? I learned your language because you still don't know my native language because I don't know it either. I came here speaking 2 or 3 languages when you brought me here from another country, and you said my language was ignorant because you didn't know it, but your language was correct, and you made me say my name is Toby. Y'all better watch Roots. Anyway, that I am descendant of enslaved, the descendant of slaveholders. Well, we got 2. The descendant of slaveholders never acknowledge that they are the descendants of slaveholders, but they always remind me that I am a descendant of enslaved people. But I can't turn to you and say, well, you're a descendant of slaveholders. I ain't having nothing to do with me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. How the hell it wasn't you? What you mean it wasn't you? What does that mean? You white? What's that mean? It wasn't you. I'm black. I'm always, but you not ever? No, but you don't know nobody. You don't know nobody. Nobody benefited. Those 25 acres you got, nobody benefited. That whole building you got downtown, no, you can't get back to the benefit of that. That insurance company you own, you didn't benefit from anything. You just don't know what, Georgia, what you talking about. It wasn't me. Bless your heart. That's why we keep going. That's why we are who we are. We're resilient. We just say, okay, it's all right. It's okay, it's all right. Because we know. So this 4th of July, I will not celebrate 1776 as though my ancestors were fully included, because they were not. I'm not celebrating 1776. I'm going to celebrate today, have fun like we always do. Did you get invited to the barbecue? But I will celebrate those who pushed America closer to its ideas, because there are people, got some white friends, who push America towards its ideals, which is the 250-year experiment that has ideals that we need to hone in on them. This is a great country. I say it all the time. Ain't no place like home. This is a great country. But it's marginalized. It's been eaten by piranhas. It's terrible. Anyway, let me keep going. I will celebrate the courage of people who demanded liberty be expanded. Me and my crew. I'm talking about me and my crew. I took the burn, we marched, we got out there, we took a chance on our lives. Okay? I will celebrate those who marched, me, organized, me, fought, me, voted, me, taught, me, prayed, me, and persevered. 83. All of us that's still here. There are many of us here, by the way. Many of us, we don't have any name, we have no title, but it's a lot of people still standing. And I'm proud of every one of you who got out there with us. I will celebrate the possibility that every generation can make the country a little more honest and a little more just. Maybe that's the lesson. Because the I was a youngin', so the youngins are coming along, and the youngins got a different perspective. Sometimes loving something means helping it become what it promised to be. And maybe Frederick Douglass was asking us a question that still matters today. Can we tell the truth about the past and still believe the future? Can we tell the truth about the past and still believe the future? Well, baby, I made it 83 years in this past and future. We need to tell the truth, and we won't do it because we're not telling the truth about what's going on in Washington today. We're not telling, we won't tell the truth. It could be so easily done in this country. Racism could be just erased. Black people can't be racist because we don't control anything. Y'all quit calling us racist. You know damn well we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced, but we can't be racist. You know, what do we control? You could be racist and make sure I don't get a dime from the bank. You did that. You redlined my neighborhood. You told the banks that I had to be watch the number, make sure the number and the Social Security number is always a no, a no, a no, and a no. You know you did all that. The rules and the laws are not made for black people. The rules and the laws are made for white people to understand that they are in control, and black people have to follow those rules to keep them in control. The rules and laws are made to keep white people in control. There's no equality in the laws. It was equality in the law. They let Rodney King's people who beat him on camera, they let them all go. Every one of them. Anyway. Can we tell the truth about the past and still believe in the future? I think we can. I think we must. So I'm going to say happy 4th of July anyway. Because that is happy 4th of July. But what we going to do, what I told my student, I used to tell my student, just remember 1776 is not what you're celebrating. You're celebrating the fact that we are in a country that's a democratic country. You're celebrating the fact that we're working on making it better. We're celebrating the fact you got family, friends, your health. You know, you're celebrating all kinds of things. Just celebrate. Enjoy. But don't let anybody walk up to you and be all up in your face without acknowledging. I know 1776. Y'all want, y'all, no. Anyway, I want to honor the words of Frederick Douglass without attacking the nation. So, I hope you will look at and listen to everything I said. I understand there are two Americas, which we all know, but all together we could be a great America. Come on, let's make America great again. I bet you all of us could do that. You and me, we could make America great again. They would know what to do if they turned it over to us and let us do it. It would be the best, and it is the best country, because we would first get the historians. I would get those wonderful historians and add Danny Black and that whole crew, the Nubia crowd, and have them to talk about and teach and put it in the newspapers on everything, where everybody came from, and acknowledge that the world was black. It was. And let the Asians and all these other people who try, Latinos and indigenous people are always trying to be something because they want to be on the white side, and let them go ahead and acknowledge and tell the truth about where you came from. Everybody looked like me and more. Yes, they did. And so what's wrong with that? And let's move forward in a positive manner. God, I want to live long enough. I thought I did live long enough for us to be moving forward in a positive manner. And doggone if we didn't start backwards again. This is a great country. Enjoy your 4th of July. I love you. And you can't do anything about it. I got my shoulders out today. Woo, girl.